folks, this is a showdown we've circled on the calendar as number 1 goes on the road to face a top 10 team. Welcome to downtown Pittsburgh and Acrisure Stadium, the home field of the Pitt Panthers. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. The Panthers will kick this deep to start us off. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They begin with a run that goes nowhere. This defense is fired up. This one's a compelling matchup. Early season, 2 top 10 teams. Kirk, we know that at this point, the rankings can be a little bit suspect, but a chance for both teams to step up and show they belong.
I just love these kind of matchups when you get a top 10 matchup early in the year. Really find out if these rankings are worthy of where these teams are considered at this point in the year. Find out if these teams have what it takes to be one of the top teams in college football when this game is over.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Quick pass, the catch is made. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
Finds that big tight end for a short pass. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That completion makes it second down.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver.
Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Well, this is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and the rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. The receiver grabs it. Breaks loose at the 40. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
He'll hand it off. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
There's the handoff. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground?
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. And the defense smothers him for no gain. Solid drive here to start the game. Now a 3rd down opportunity in the red zone. Here's the option play. The back's got it on the pitch. They make the tackle, but enough for a first down. Textbook execution on the option.
Great read here by the quarterback to be able to get that ball out to his pitch man and pick up first down yardage. Good job of waiting to the last moment to pitch that out and he had the room that he needed to pick up the first.
QB keeper all the way. Nowhere to run on that play. They've got him in the backfield. That's a loss of a yard. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Looking to score with a run to the right. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Well, they get stopped here on second down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal situation. And from this far back out, wouldn't be surprised to see them go through the air. Just don't want the quarterback to take a sack here. Make sure he gets the ball out of his hands quickly.
3rd and goal. Looking to throw the ball. Looking for 6. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, there's nothing more satisfying for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback that he can trust in these critical areas. Here you are, 3rd and goal. What do? Put the ball in the hands of that quarterback. Whether he runs it in or throws it, you know he's going to make the right decision. Found the matchup, made the throw, and you get a touchdown to open the game.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. Offense showing a bunch formation now. First play looking to throw it. Pass rush closing in. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Catch made on the right side. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
He hands it off from the gun. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Well, real shot here to answer that opening drive score with one of your own, but the sack here on 3rd down now really hurts your momentum. What decision do you come up with here on 4th down after giving up that sack?
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Looking for his back. Intercepted, picked off by the defense.
Well, they come out of that nickel package, and the move pays off, gives them an extra defensive back on the field, a little bit more speed and awareness, and it pays off with this big interception.
Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. The short completion of the tight end. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. From the gun, he looks for an open man. On the run, he'll let it go. Catch made in space. Look out. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle. Well, Kurt, Ohio State has the lead here after 1. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Quarterback drops back. He's running out of time here. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
Pressure is coming. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
Turns it loose downfield. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Dump off caught by the running back. The defense swarms to make a tackle for loss on that third down catch.
Well, they're going to come up short of the sticks here, and we got a tough decision at this point in the football game for the head coach. What will they do now on fourth down?
The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quick throw. The catch is made. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
Well, this is exactly what can happen when you're overly aggressive and things go bad. And I get it when it's late in the game and you're trying to climb back into it. But to have a turnover on downs now, this one could hurt you.
They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
Fires it on the move. Oh, what a grab! They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. The Buckeyes are in the red zone now. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Makes the grab on the move. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a 1st down.
The Buckeyes trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. Receiver in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He had all day back there before throwing the strike. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Now the important point after attempt. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there They'll start from the 25. And the Panthers offense is back out on the field. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Breaking free at the 35. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Chris, as this play was unfolding, the only thing I wanted to know was he going to get the ball over the defense to the running back. Once the back caught the ball, look out. Big yards ahead.
Looking for his big tight end. Freshman trying to take a shot, but put too much on the throw. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 42. Here we go. Second down, we're going to throw it. Defense is coming after him. Swarmed by the pass rush, a sack.
What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up in the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years. But let's not forget, they still play defense in the shoe and have such great history and tradition with that defensive line play.
Looking to set up a screen pass here. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. And the Panthers will bring their punt team onto the field. And the offense will punt for the first time this afternoon. Coverage team brings down the returner. And here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Offense will keep it on the ground here. He's got the first and still going. Tackle made at the 41. That's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something.
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark, see if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
And now the defense able to bring him down.
Well, that's just being crafty right here by this quarterback. It's not there. You pick up what you can and stay ahead of the chains. And who knows, do this enough, they'll have to start spying on this quarterback, which could open up some passing lanes that weren't there before.
It's 3rd down for the offense. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Lets it fly to the wideout. And the pass is complete to a wide-open receiver.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback.
End zone ahead. Touchdown, Ohio State. This offense is still clicking.
Well, if you're going to give it to him, he's going to take it. That's his 3rd touchdown today against this defense. Whether they play zone or they play man, he's finding ways to win matchups and get the ball to the end zone.
Automatic on the PAT. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Here we go. 1st down. Looking to throw the football. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Breaks loose at the 40. They finally get him down, but a big play to the 46. The Panthers will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Ball handed off. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Finding some room at the 25. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, this first half has been a disaster for this this offense, but this touchdown is big. Hopefully it can build some momentum for them when they come back out for the second half.
The extra point is good, but still trail by 3 touchdowns, 28-7. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he's got some space here. It's a very nice return before stepping out of bounds. Puts the offense in nice position to start the drive. And now the first play of this drive. They'll begin at the 36. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. The pass is intercepted. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now. The offense will begin now with excellent field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch downfield. He's brought down, but an explosive play for this passing game.
Love to see an aggressive mindset following sudden change. The quick strike here. The defense barely has a chance to even get set up and get established before they have to.
Touchdown hit. They connect for 6.
Now that's what I'm talking about. This hasn't been a great first half, but putting up that touchdown like this, now they're going to be feeling good heading into that locker room and get themselves to believe that they can come back and win this game.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Gets off a squib kick. It'll be fielded over the up one. Tackle made out at the 40. That's a good return. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here. Less than 30 seconds before halftime. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense. They've given up a ton of yards and touchdowns through the air. This time they figured out a way to affect his timing, and they get the pressure to hit him before he can make another play.
And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Quarterbacks all over the country try to manipulate the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, I think he just telegraphed it to the receiver that he was going to throw to, staring him down, which allowed the excellent coverage to be able to knock that ball away.
Time running down, just 1 play left here in the half. On the move now. Extending the play now. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Buckeyes will kick this deep to begin the second half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. They need to get things going here in the third quarter, already trailing by a couple of possessions. We get the second half started with a running play.
Boy, it looked like the quarterback was caught in between. Should I hand it off? Should I pull it and make the throw? Ends up getting some positive yards, but I think they missed a chance for a bigger gain.
A play action looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. The pass ball is incomplete on the scramble. That's good coverage.
Oh, man. For him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
The pass rush closing in. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And the quarterback keeps it here. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. But I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He's looking to throw. Running back has it on a screen now. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They drag him down after a big gain. Ball moved all the way to the 38.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Short completion there. 2nd down coming up. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
Chris, the advantage you have, obviously, for a quarterback standpoint, running the RPO, is you get time to evaluate that 1st and 2nd level of the defense and see where they're going. Unfortunately, the defense didn't show him much, and the back ends up taking it for just a few.
Able to convert on 3rd down. Gives him a fresh set of downs from the 22.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Pitt getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. It's an RPO. That gets it out quickly. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Here we go. 1st and goal. A touchdown here gets him right back into this game. From the shotgun now. Here's a handoff inside. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
So here we go. After a long drive, it's 3rd and goal. Can they punch it in or settle for 3? Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he drops it. Can you believe it?
Well, it's decision time now, Chris. 4th and short coming up, and you know they're thinking about going for this one. Likely looking at that play sheet and finding the go-to play that'll help them pick up this 1st down and keep this drive alive. They're thinking 6 points.
Oh, and a flag before the snap. Looked like the defense jumped into the neutral zone there. Penalty on the defense won't make much difference this close to the goal line. So what's the play call? It's 4th and goal from the 3. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Touchdown, Pittsburgh, as they put 6 more on the board.
And that's his 2nd touchdown today. This guy's winning every one-on-one matchup this defense provides. Great job by the quarterback putting the ball where his guy can make a play on it, and he's got 2 on the board.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Fights through a tackle. Brought to the turf, but made the first man miss on the way to the 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, They have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Important second down play coming up. Handoff here from the shotgun. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Moves out of the pocket. Gets rid of it on the move. Receiver makes the catch. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
They're going to run it here. Fights up the defender. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles up.
And the defense finally will get him down, and that sack will end the third period. Well, Ohio State has the lead here, Kirk. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game sets before we move on. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They stop him short of the goal line, but it'll be first and goal at the 4.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Caught quickly, and he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size, and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field, trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He's running out of time here. It's a solid gain, moves the ball out to the 28.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He escapes the pocket. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
Well, it's another positive play, but, man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
Pitt getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
Here we go.
Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Incomplete. There's a marker down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. Penalty makes it 1st down and 20. Looking to throw again. Running back grabs it on a screen. Inside the 45. And the tackle is made. Not the big play they were looking for, but a pretty solid game. And the Panthers come up to the line in the hurry-up.
Hey, that's what you're looking for right now as an offense. Nice big chunk play like that. Moving the ball now into plus territory. Keep looking for those big plays down.
Oh, the pass rush gets home.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Here they come on 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack they gave up earlier. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. 4th down, he's throwing for it. Deep shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete, and the drive ends right there.
Well, down late in this football game by more than a possession, they obviously had to go for this. They just couldn't come up with the execution.
Here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Third down coming up after that running play. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. Short pass finds the tight end. They get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down now from the 37.
Well, the defense gets these guys to 3rd down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the 1st down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense 1st and goal from the 10.
Man, we know this guy can spin it, but you can't forget about his wheels, too. That's another 1st down for this offense, and they are feeling it.
1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Panthers offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here? First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Pressure is coming. He called his own number, and the freshman QB keeps this drive moving. The Panthers looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
How about this play by the quarterback, putting his body on the line here? But that's the kind of thing that
Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
That sack makes it second down and forever. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Incomplete. Tried to find the receiver there. Just missed him.
It's just so hard in these late-game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you
on the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Man, how do you like to be the offensive coordinator for this team right now with the offensive line coach trying to come up with any answer at all to deal with this pass rush? That's 5 sacks now in this game. They cannot seem to stop this pressure from this defense.
Trying for a fourth down completion. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Could take it all the way. They finally tackle him, but an excellent return after the pick.
Well, I thought they had a real chance here to be able to cut into this lead, but the quarterback gives it back to the defense, and the climb just got much steeper as they're running out of time here in the fourth.
Grinding away with their running game. It's a 2-yard game. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. So now from the 27, the offense faces a 3rd and short. How aggressive will they play it? They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Drop for a loss after the catch on 3rd down. Sets up a 4th down now.
Well, 3rd down, this offense has everything in play. They try to get to the edge quickly, but this defense is not surprised. Good job of getting to the football, and now we got a 4th down situation.
This football incomplete and a turnover on downs.
Hey, let's face it, this aggressive approach has helped them build the lead that they've had, but what they've done now by not executing and getting this 1st down, they've given the opponent really good field position and a chance to get back in the game.
And they begin the drive here, set up at the 30. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game, and this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
Here comes 3rd and long, trailing in the game. Giving up that sack earlier could prove to be decisive. Defense is coming after him. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Send the back in motion. He keeps it on the design run. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he's brought down there, and that will do it for the game. This was a case of a higher